Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I'll be talking about Facebook video campaigns optimization and just how to better set up your campaigns. I think this is something that people have been asking. It's something that you get a ton of questions online on your Facebook Blueprint certifications, and also it's what's working, right? Like video is, I wouldn't say it's the future, it's now. It's probably what we're getting better results with our campaigns, with our client campaigns, and I think it's something that you should definitely know. And so what I'll be discussing today is one is video best practices, two, how to select the right campaign objective since you have many, three, just a little bit of like creative best practices and how to optimize your budget for your video campaigns. And so the first thing that you want to see is how do people actually consume video, right, online and on social media. And I'm going to focus on two, your feed and your stories, since you're advertising primarily on those two places, right? The feed, which is like your main feed on Instagram and also Facebook, and then you're also advertising on your stories within your Instagram and your Facebook. And so the first thing I think you should know is that if I draw a line right in the middle or right about a third of this, and you look at the area here, you're going to realize that there's a big difference of how people consume video on stories versus the normal feed. And this is key because of two things. One, if you look at stories, the attention span of people is very short, right? So this goes down pretty quickly. So you want to grab people's attention really fast in the first couple of seconds. And you want to have sequential videos, right? You don't want to have a 10-second long video just because people are not consuming video that way on stories. You want to have short videos, sequential, that tell the story. Where in the feed, if you look, it's a bit different, right? Like people actually watch videos for way longer than stories. So you can have videos that are longer that tell a story. So you have more space to tell a story and a different experience, right? And so I think it's important to understand one is time, that the time is very different within stories and feed. And two, I would say is more than size, like you want to focus story on vertical, and that's really important. Vertical is what really works on stories. With regards to feed, we're going to talk about sizes later, but you can work on one by one, right? Or 4 by 5. And that's what's been getting the best results. I'm gonna go quickly over this, but if you want to go over videos that are, where you're looking at videos, there's skippables, non-skippables. I would say it's a bit different, and you want to focus there on horizontal. I'm not going to focus on this video on these two because I think that the most important ones are your feed and also your stories, which is where the majority of us and you probably advertise on Facebook. I would say the second thing is which campaign objective to select. And I think a lot of people struggle with this, and I think you are going to get a lot of questions for the exam on this. And you have three mainly: brand awareness, reach, and video use when it comes to branding, right? And so, or launching a new product or different things. And so if you draw a line here, you're going to have basically reach, you're going to have brand awareness, and video use. And the reason why I do it this way is because if we draw this right here, and I'm going to pick another color for this one, the way Facebook optimizes the campaign is a bit different, right? So for reach, what Facebook is trying to achieve is maximize users or people, right? I want to maximize the number of people that actually see the ad, not watch the video. And I think that's a big difference. You're looking for people for impressions, right? So for people to see the ad, whereas on the other side, for video views, what you're trying to maximize is for watch time. So you're trying to get people to actually watch your videos. When it comes to brand awareness, it's like a little in between, right? What I'm looking for is brand lift. And what this means is basically, do people actually remember my ad? And this is a bit of a mix between watching and also reaching people, right, correctly with the correct frequency or number of times, and actually watching your video for a specific time. And so be careful, because you're going to get a lot of questions in the exam with this, and you gotta really see whether they're asking for reach, video views, or brand awareness. What's a big difference is those three things. And I think this is the biggest mistake I've seen too in campaigns. The second thing that you can work on with videos is for traffic and conversions, right? Like, what I'm trying to get is for people to actually view my site and actually take an action within my website, or whether it's a purchase, whether it's a lead, whatever you're looking for. And so this campaign here, it's more for branding, but you're also going to have what Facebook calls direct response marketing, right? Where you're trying to get basically conversions or specific actions within your site. And so here, I'm not trying to get people to watch my video or reach people. What I'm trying to get people is to have a specific action, right? And so I would say those are the big things with campaign objectives: is understand if you're looking for specific actions or you're looking for more of a branding campaign. The second thing is sizes. And I think multiple sizes that work in Facebook actually recommend a bunch of sizes. What I would say is what's working the best is 1:1 and 4:5 when it comes to your feed. And when it comes to stories, you actually want to do 1:16. And so this is important because depending on where you're going to place your ad, you also want to edit your video based on the placement, right? If I'm going to focus on stories, I want to have this size. If I want to focus on the feed, I want to focus on the other two. And I actually want to have different, if I'm doing both, I should actually have two different video, like the same video edited in two different ways. One focus for my feed and one focus for my stories. And this is going to make a big difference in the results that you're getting. The other thing that I liked, and I found this actual study with like how to build better performance, and I think these are just like best practices. Optimize your video for less than 15 seconds, and I think that's key. Shorter is better. If you can tell a better story, then that's great. Go big with ratio as long as it's your call to action is visible. You all the call to action within your video, and also the ratio is key, and that's why this performs better, right? Like if when we look at this 1:1, or actually works really great because it'll take most of the screen of a mobile, right? And I'm actually focusing now on optimizing for mobile now. And so this is why these two are probably my best options. If I have little resources for editing my videos, I would focus on those two. And so you want to optimize your video for less than 15 seconds. Use text overlay to show and tell, right? Like actually use text over your videos, edit them to get better results within your campaigns. I'm going to share this quickly, but this is actually a pretty cool like decision making tree, I would say, where basically asking your current video content longer than 30 seconds, then you need to do the following. Show your product throughout the first 8 seconds. Facebook actually says that they should be less within the first 5 seconds or 3 seconds. It's showing context, real people using your product. Your brand and logo is introduced in the first 3 seconds. That's important. And your product quality is policy compliant. I think these are key with like video policies, right? Important to know because you're going to get asked questions on the exam as well. Is it optimized for less than 30 or for less than 30 seconds? Optimized for 15 seconds, right? So trim it, actually make it smaller, add a call to action. That's important. If no, then just make sure that you choose existing products, services, images from your website, your organic feed. Like try to use people and as organic as possible. And then make sure that you're using 1:1, what I mentioned before, right? For direct response, even if you're looking for video views and branding, those are probably the ones that are going to get the best. Good headline, good copy. I'm not going to cover this right now, but that's definitely important. And then text overlay, right? Use text within your videos to grab people's attention, images that conceptualize what you're doing, what you're selling. And the last thing and most important one, you still have the 20% text policy that applies, right? So I would say this is a pretty good decision-making tree that's going to help you edit your videos better and just understand if the creative side of your videos actually comply with Facebook policies and with best practices. I don't think you should memorize it, but I think it helps in just getting better results, right? And the last thing that I'll be talking about today is optimization and spending, because you really have two different optimization delivery or ways in which you can actually optimize the bidding of your campaigns. And one is through play. And what through play does is that it basically says, well, if I split your video within 15 seconds, right? If it's longer than 15 seconds, what I'm going to try, or what Facebook is going to try, is to get people to watch at least 15 seconds. If it's shorter than 15 seconds, it's going to try to get people to watch the most, right? So if I have a video that's basically 7 or 8 seconds, what Facebook is going to try is for people to actually get to this point, to the 8 seconds. And so this works with when you're optimizing your campaigns for the feed, right? Because you're usually using longer videos and you actually want to have people to watch your whole video. You also have 2-second continuous video views. And what this means is that basically what Facebook will try to do is to have people actually watch at least 50% of the video pixels on the screen. So 2 seconds continuously. So at least, so what Facebook is doing is not optimizing for a whole video, right? Like first one, but at least 2 seconds. So if you're looking for more of a reach objective and for actually to maximize the number of people that you're getting to or that are looking at your ad but not necessarily watching your video, you want to go with this one. I would say that in most cases you want to go with through play. Why? Because Facebook is going to try to optimize for users that are trying to look at the video the most, right? And so those, I would say, are primarily the things that you should know about videos, right? One is understand that people consume video differently, understand that there's different campaign objectives depending if you're looking for branding or more direct response marketing for traffic and conversions. Understand that size matters and the way you edit your video matters. And also make sure that you optimize your campaigns based on your Facebook best practices and comply with their policies, right? And go with the best optimization delivery, which I would say is through play. If you're not sure, always try to go with this one. So thanks again for listening today, guys. I hope that I covered the majority of aspects in optimizing your campaign. Make sure that you follow us on our Facebook group. We're close to 13,000 members now. We have close to 1,000 people that have taken our courses and our practice questions for preparing for the Facebook Blueprint exams. Make sure that you subscribe down on our YouTube video as well for just more videos. We'll be publishing things every week. And if you have more questions, answers, or anything that you need to know, please make sure that you comment below or join our group and ask there. So thanks again, guys. Have a good day.